Hey there, meatheads. It's Christian with a quick message about Instacart. Hey, just checking before we go any further. Are you running low on snacks? Are you running low on any kind of beverages? I know I am, and I really don't want to go out there. So why don't we let the good folks at Instacart help us out? They can get your order delivered to your door in as little as 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's pretty damn quick if you ask me. Not only that, they're offering our meatheads, our beloved meatheads, a special offer. You can get free priority delivering with an order of $10 or more just by clicking a link that is going to be in our episode description and our show notes. Again, you can look in our episode description, our show notes, and anywhere else we're going to be posting this link because we're going to try and get you to post it. This is a great way to support the podcast and help us keep doing what we love doing, and not just being ridiculous. So thank you again, and click that link. Get yourself some snacks. You deserve it. You really do. You had a hard week, man.
And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Robert Pattinson, since Cardona wants to start off with his The Batman review.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I am going to talk about it. And you know what? You're going to be Robert Pattinson. I'm going to be good old Zoe Kravitz, because god damn did she bring some life to Selena Kyle. Woo. You go ahead, Mr.
My brothers, y'all need to stop being other people. Anyway, I'm Joey from the National Meat Treasure Podcast.
Was that an assault on our characters? You know what?
No.
This podcast is imagination. And I think
It
you
is.
need to get with the program and have a little imagination, Mr. Regular Sized.
I just want people to know your names.
I don't want anybody to know my name. I want to be like Sia. I want to be like Sia, bro. What if I could be Sia? Like, wear the wig, like just cover my eyes, like just let people see nose and lips all the time.
Delete all the podcast episodes, and now no one knows.
No, not Christian. Even that. I'll go back and edit all of them, and I'll just put like some kind of I don't know, a giant dick over my face or something like that.
Therapy gecko.
That's what I would do.
You gotta be therapy gecko.
A gecko?
Oh, you don't know the therapy gecko?
Therapy gecko. I have no idea.
It's a podcast where it's this guy who's in a gecko costume, and people call him and ask for therapy. But he's not a therapist in any sense of the word.
Oh shit! That could be a. Oh wait. Did we just find a new lane for me? Should I be what's my animal? Like, really, realistically, are we going for armadillo? Are we going for maybe a quokka, a capybara? Chinchillas. Yo, chinchillas are dope, bro. Have you ever actually not touched dead chinchilla, like a live chinchilla? They're so soft. They're wonderful, and they apparently don't make much noise. But I've heard a chinchilla make noise,
so
and it's weird.
Instead of the Batman, you're the
very,
chinchilla.
Very strange. I had a friend who had a chinchilla. The chinchilla. I'm just really soft, and I try to give you alternatives instead of beating up on you because you're mentally ill. I'm actually going to try and help and donate to infrastructure to possibly get you to a better path of life instead of just, literally clubbing your brains out until you get traumatic brain injury and then you cause more violent crimes because now you're a TBI patient. So I'll get into it. I got to talk about it. I got lots of feelings, good feelings and not so bad. Number one, I did see the Batman. So is spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about it. If you don't want to hear about it, I'm sorry.
Soon. You could do a spoiler-free review. You could do a spoiler-free review. It's a little soon.
I don't know if I can do spoiler-free. I don't think I'm going to do spoiler-free. I'm going to tell you the truth because there's things that, okay, I won't do super, I'm not going to reveal every leg of it, but I am going to talk about things that could be perceived as a spoiler. But anyway, 8 out of 10. Honestly, I think that stands after now a day of thinking about it. Robert Pattinson plays the most emo Batman that has ever been played in all of existence, which was literally, it was like Gerard Way decided to put on the cape and cowl. Whatever, man. It's good.
like I liked it. I personally did like it. He doesn't spend much time as Bruce Wayne as he does spend time as Batman, which actually helps it out way more because, like, I mean, Sasha, you're a big fan of Batman. At least you watched, like, I feel like the Batman animated series, and you've watched
I would say
a few different movies, and same thing with you, Joey,
a couple
right?
points higher than the average person. Sure.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So, I get there's a lot of cool vibes about this. So, it is very much a detective noir like film. Like it's a crime drama with mystery and turns and reveals around every corner. So it's very grounded. So you're not you don't like something like Batman versus Superman kind of like is something where like you go in there expecting like this is going to be something either
Crazy.
really crazy or something that's not too possible in our world, right? Like I don't think we're gonna see a billionaire show up in a bodysuit all that soon. But if we do,
I mean, Kim Kardashian
This is
could
what we
start fighting
and
crime anytime.
and there's not gonna be some alien that's. I mean, I don't doubt that there's somebody rich enough that will fight crime. What I doubt is that somebody will be rich enough and then build a suit to fight this particular alien. So my point is that there's a lot of grounded reality. And I was telling Joey about this, that was like the most jarring scene. And again, not too much of a spoiler, but when Batman walks into a crime scene, it like flips everything you've been thinking about the entire time, right? So you see Batman like whooping the mentally ill and poor into shape all across Gotham. But then, so like you have this feeling like you go like, okay, this is a vigilante. This is whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But when he finally gets to the crime scene and it's all these cops are there, it's literally the entire department, and they look at him exactly how somebody in this life would look at someone like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he walking around in a bat suit?
So I got a question for you.
Leather bat suit.
So I got a question for you. I don't know if you could hear me, but
What's the question?
So we know this is going to get compared to The Dark Knight Rises. Would you rank it higher, lower, a totally different genre? Where are we at?
So I think those two are far more similar in the interpretation of what Batman is. I think Batman is in a different level, and that's where it gets to like almost the superhero quality with Dark Knight Rises, right? Because he has this incredible system. He's got this vehicle that's, as the tumbler, whatever he calls it. So there's a lot of elements where they are very similar, and I think where it kind of meets is the interpretation of Batman, kind of this very conflicted hero, not so much of a hero, that has to kind of come to terms that a lot of times his presence is what allows for these supervillains to exist. So not even these supervillains, to let these kind of people exist, and they become so wild that they can literally, destroy the city, or they can destroy half the country, or they're talking about killing, people like indiscriminately. And this is like the new type of, not a new type of villain, but definitely a new type of villain that was kind of introduced into comics and made it into film and video games, is where the supervillain is no longer just like, ha, ha, ha. Like it's actually like real present danger. Like, the Joker's no longer just like a funny clown prince. He's a maniac who murders because he enjoys chaos. Like there's no other way to like, he doesn't even enjoy being bad. He just likes setting things into pure chaos, and he doesn't care. So this film kind of does a lot of what that did, is introduce a character, and this isn't really a spoiler either. It's the Riddler that they're introducing, right? And they gave the Riddler a very grounded presence that could be like actually terrifying, right? So like Jim Carrey's Riddler comes to my mind, which was, you know, him in like in a cat suit and question marks all over, which, you know, isn't bad at all, but it's also not the same. Like they represent Sir Riddler as almost like a truther, a QAnon truther, somebody who goes on message boards. He's almost like Q in that representation. Is someone who's exposing these truths to everyone, and there's a following behind it. And so that's where obviously a lot of the realism kind of interjects itself, but there's all kinds of like really like, you know, scenes that are just beautifully shot. I think this is far better as far as like film quality than any other Batman film has ever come out. Like even The Dark Knight, as great it is as it was with Christopher Nolan, it wasn't. This takes another take. Again, it's kind of more it feels more personal. It doesn't feel big picture. Like it's a very specific thing that he's going through. He's going through this crime. There's a lot of like little nuances that they put in the film to kind of make you feel like, okay, if Batman showed up today, what would he look like? And if Batman had to exist today, what would he have to do? They even talk about Bruce Wayne's inaction as a billionaire because his father's such a philanthropist that Bruce Wayne is so retracted and so reclusive from society that he does nothing like that, right? And somebody calls him out on it. But again, somehow this film is able to full circle and allow you to kind of understand that, yes, this is very much so a mentally ill person with weapons and indisposable income, hard, like literally just beating the shit out of regular people, right? Like just gang members, like people who do shit, like, you know, like these are normal people, right? Like, I mean, but like bludgeoning them. And it allows you to go, well, you do kind of need him because money and infrastructure wouldn't help the city that has corruption so seeded into it that it goes past his lifetime and it goes past every generation that he's been a part of or been around, that anything that he could do now wouldn't necessarily turn the wheels fast enough because it's already in motion. Like there's already characters that exist that are willing to tear the place apart, like and in the most horrific ways that they can think about, you know, like not just like we you know, not something too like we're gonna spray gas all over the city, you know, and make everyone laugh for 24 hours. Like there's serious things that end up like having consequences, and you see some of the characters that are falling outside of the main protagonist and antagonist that have a change of heart as well. So that I do end up liking that movie because of that. And if you even put any kind of credence to what I say, I think you should watch it. It's
would
a good
you
one.
give it the number
It's a good
one
one.
Batman movie spot?
Nice.
I don't know if there's a Batman movie that exists like that. I don't think any of them are number one.
You got to have a personal number one.
I don't know if that
or
makes
at least
sense.
A top
like,
two.
They don't. I don't think they deserve the adulation to be number one. Like I don't think we've made that movie yet. And as many Batman movies as have they been made, I think there's more animated films that are number one. Like Batman: The Killing Joke as the animated film, far better than any live action film that was done. Oof. Okay, listen. I read the comic and there was some stuff that was left out in the animated film, which, you know, whatever. But it is one of the strongest ones. And then another one that I think of is The Dark Knight Returns 2. Oh, we lost Joey. He chunked.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, sweet. Well, anyway, so the Dark Knight 2, and I believe that's when Joker comes back to life and he's got that like mob-esque kind of like feel to him and he finally kills him. That has to be number one. I mean, because there's no other chapter that you can go to after that and like think it's the same Batman. He very much murdered the Joker. and had every voice and everything that has ever happened because of him play in his head as he did it. So I think that's the seminal moment for the Batman character.
We need a Batman Who Laughs movie.
A little drunk and chatty. Ooh, the Batman Who Laughs. Listen, that's one of my favorite stories, and the fact that that we're all one bad day away. We're all one bad day away from becoming that kind of chaotic, just not giving a shit. And that's something that feeling is very much there during the Batman. Like it like he's only one, like just one thing away. Like, and there's moral conflicts that all the characters that are there that go through, and I love the Batman Who Laughs. That is a good one. Damn, you're way more than just a casual, one level above.
I'm one of those people who I don't read the comics, but I just read about the comics or watch videos about the comics and shit like that. Because the Batman, so I don't really
doesn't matter.
Like I said, I'm a notch above. Speaking of notches, I tried acid this weekend, and that was fucking hysterical, bro, boys. Oh my fucking god. I definitely see why no one was able to explain acid to me.
Yeah, we kept getting messages from you.
Yes, I did send you guys some messages. That was so. Let me tell you. So first, my homie here, she brought us 2 tabs apiece. Neither of us have ever tried acid, and I was just like, 2 tabs. That sounds crazy, but fine, whatever.
Hey,
let's just start with the one. We start with the one, and literally an hour and a half passed, and there was nothing. Like, definitely not normal, but like getting a little visuals, little walls moving, but like nothing crazy. Like I was like, is this it? So we popped the other tab.
Yeah.
And I would say about half hour passed, and I was in another fucking universe, bro. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's the best part, bro. That's the best part.
I can't even quantify what I was seeing, what I was doing. But for like 7 hours, it was just like the way I could describe it for those who have never done acid, for me, it was like all of your senses and your responsibilities adjust in volume at different times, and you have no control over it. Like, there was a point where I was staring at the toilet for like what felt like an hour. I think it was only like 3 minutes, but like I'm literally looking at a piece of toilet paper in the toilet. I was like, wow, this is so fucking beautiful. And then all the fucking like the droplets of water on the rim are like changing shapes, and I'm just staring at that.
I feel
my
like
piss is changing color, and I'm just like, this is insane. And then I left the bathroom, and I was like, holy fuck, there's a whole nother world. Keep in mind.
Wow!
We're just
holy
in this
shit!
So I leave, and then like there was like 4 worlds. There was like me standing up, me sitting down, me laying on the floor, the outside window, and this bathroom, and my
holy
mirror.
shit! You found yourself in a Tool
bro. There was
album.
one point I was drinking. My mouth kept getting dry. And
Sorry, that
drinking
was
water,
very
and it felt
meta
like
joke.
the water was in my hand. Like I would drink it, and it would feel like it would form in my left hand, but it was in my body. Crazy stuff.
Wow, you had a great experience.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it again. Well, I would do it again, but you know how people like, you ever heard that? What's that saying? Chasing the dragon, where people like do a drug and like it never feels the same after the first time. I don't want that first time again. I would take much lesser second time, because that was fun, but that was I was sore afterwards. I don't even know what I did. Like it was
intense.
I could feel everything, smell everything.
I don't know if you remember the message you sent us.
I listened to that today.
I don't know if you remember the voice message you sent us, but it's going to be on the podcast now. Just that moment where you said, "Holy shit! I thought I'd been talking for like 9 minutes. It's only 57 seconds." That is exactly what acid feels like. Like, it's just like, holy shit! I'm faster than the universe. It's exactly what the Flash does every time he goes into the Speed Force. Like, everything starts moving slower, and what feels like a couple of eternities for him is actually just a couple seconds in everyone else's
life. You know what's crazy though?
So let's do it. Let's do it.
Before this, I had looked up a bunch of stories of people doing acid, and my brain cannot quantify a time where I could be out with friends and someone says, "Let's do acid," and I decide to do that. Like, no, like what kind of life do you live? Or someone casually passes you acid, and you're like, "Yeah, I could be high for 6 hours." Sure. Like, that sounds massive.
Not anymore, especially past your 30s, bro.
I mean, I'm in my
That is a
prime,
huge
but that
commitment
sounds
past your
insane
30s.
to like be at
That's
a
the one
party
thing
and
that
someone says you want to do acid. Like, what? That could end my life.
it's not about being in your prime. It's about the responsibilities you got. Like you can't just cut out like 7 hours out of your life being completely inebriated. Like it's not just like you have a
Niggas got
couple of
shit to do.
beers. I could still do things with a couple of beers. I could still do things with a joint. I can't really do much on acid besides feel like colors happening on my skin. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's literally what it felt like. Colors like starting to explode on my
dude, there
skin
was a
and
highway
warmth.
outside, and like different
And
cars
warmth.
driving by would get super hyper focused, and then like it would drive, and then like the rest of the highway would be moving really quickly, while this one car was just like I could see like didn't even have my glasses on, and I could see like in the people in the cars.
You know what you were doing?
But the rest of the highway was blurry, and then a different car would do that, just slow down, and it would just I could see the details.
You're doing the CSI version of enhance, enhance, like just like and enhance. Like that's exactly what was going on for you. No, man, I'm glad you had this experience. And I'm how do you feel coming out of it? Do you feel a little different?
Do you know
do
what's
you feel
fucking annoying? I don't feel like any different. I thought I was gonna have like a whole
maybe-
change of lifestyle. I feel the same. I feel regular. I'm glad I had that experience, but it's fucking like I said. I don't like people who are like I did that at a festival. What? That sounds insane. Like that sounds like how did you survive that festival? How did you get home?
kind of
Insane, right?
Everyone's a little different, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little different. You know what I'm not appreciating about this entire conversation right now, Sasha? The fact that we don't have emo Sasha back. Emo Sasha only made an episode for a second, and we need emo Sasha back because in light of emo Batman, we need emo Sasha.
I hate emo Batman, dude. What if Batman did?
You got to. I think that would be great. I mean, I think if Batman experimented with mushrooms, at least, I think he'd find himself a little less depressed for sure. What diseases do you think afflict Batman? If we're being honest, I think it's narcissism, number one. Because he's absolutely the protagonist in his mind, right? Like there's something like mentally wrong with somebody that thinks like, I have to like put this stuff on and get out there and change the world with my fist. Like there's no version of me that I think I'm like if I get to like this wealth, like that's when I'm gonna start putting on, you know, the armor and just beating up people as an animal. Which again, the chinchilla could like, I mean, yeah, I would be the guy who comes up with like therapy recommendations and therapists near you, and I would actually come up with ways to subsidize your copays. That's what I would do.
Funny,
as
though?
the chinchilla.
Like, Batman's
That's what we
existed
need.
for.
That's what
Chinchilla strikes
Batman
again.
needs to. That's what Batman needs to
You know
work
what's funny
on.
though? Batman's existed for when did the first
Chinchilla
Batman come out?
strikes again.
Come out the 50s or the 20s? I think 50s. And like no one really had any conversations around him. He should probably help out with his money until literally like 2015. I think that rhetoric started. So almost 100 years of Batman before somebody was like, wait a second. Why is he beating up these guys trying to feed their kids?
Wait a second. This doesn't add up.
Batman is a result of Reaganomics.
This guy's just trying to work out his crack addiction. Yeah, no. There was a really funny skit that had me dying, and it was like a dude like failing to meet his promise to pay for like his phone bill or some shit, and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, and then Batman calls him right up. He's like, what are you gonna do about that bill, you bitch? You skipping out on your promise to pay. He's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill me for missing out on the bill? You better pay up. That $250 is not gonna pay itself. Like, what if we had Batman as a bill collector? I think.
Fuck.
Dude,
Man,
you know what's fucking?
That would be terrifying. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like writing for Batman, because like they probably didn't expect that character to be as popular as he is as a normal human being, so they have to keep writing him in the comics as like keeping up with superheroes, and it's like he's just got plot armor more than, but also like he they steal from other like manga and shit to give Batman powers. Like he has a berserk suit. Like, you know, in Berserk, how Guts has the suit that like breaks all his bones, but like
Yeah.
a suit that makes him
Yeah.
like he's invincible in the suit, but the suit is actually killing him. Batman has a suit like that makes him a god, but like he will die.
Yeah. It's radioactive from what I remember, and then like Batman goes through these. This is the Batman episode because it's 23 minutes and we haven't even gotten off that topic. But literally, there's Batman has so many iterations of himself, and they do increase his power level every time to just kind of make it make sense. Like there's no way you can look at Batman, who's just like a very normal human, and looking at literally a god in Superman and thinking that they could keep up. Like even his vast intellect like shouldn't be like even a tenth as close as it is to Superman, but somehow he does it. He's supposed to be like 6'2", 6'3", like 260 pounds of just like pure muscle. He's like one of the best acrobats. He's also happens to be the best detective in the entire fucking world, probably the universe. Literally, like that's his whole fucking shtick. It's just the fact that he's super fucking smart. He's super rich. He can probably whoop your ass if it came on 1-to-1. And everyone has this idea that if he plans for long enough, he'd be able to beat anyone, which is horseshit.
Well, Batman just got plot armor, bro.
Yo, I'm just thinking about
Batman.
the conversation.
Batman just got plot armor. Like they can't kill him, so they're like, let's figure it out. There's one iteration of Batman.
That's exactly what it is.
Batman that I just found out about that he steals the Speed Force from Flash. And you know how he does it? Him and the Flash. Him and the Flash get into a fight, and then the Flash knocks him out. And as the Flash is like talking to him as he's knocked out, Batman gets up and punches him in the face and knocks him out. And he like chains the Flash to his car or something, and like somehow steals the Speed Force. But I'm just like, you sucker punch the fastest man on the planet. That is in the universe, perhaps.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, no. Quite literally, like he's not even moving between space continuums. Like he's moving through an entire entity that is outside of those things. Like there's like it doesn't. The Speed Force doesn't make sense in the first place. He also became a Green Lantern once. And
what?
Yeah.
Yo,
so again, it was something similar. Like he knocks out the Green Lantern, and like the Green Lantern is no longer worthy. So because the ring has to present itself. It's not only just like the ring doesn't just like, you can't just slip it on and become the Green Lantern. It has to present itself to you. So when he does that, it literally shows up with him, and he becomes one of the most overpowered Green Lanterns, because if there's one thing that Batman has over anyone else is willpower and lots of money.
I just realized who Batman is now. Like, I just realized in my head who the kind of person he is. Like
Elon Musk mixed with like The Rock.
Like
I just can't.
He's a rich.
I'm sorry. It's Elon Musk and The Rock combined.
Pretty much. Like
he's supposed to be like that same body build.
Strong. Yeah, it's Elon Musk and like but like being super narcissistic, like you said, is like, oh man,
Terremoto,
we need help.
You gotta support it. Batman just trying to sell you Terremoto.
Like Gotham needs help. We need someone to help. We need money, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking put on this armor and this bat suit.
No, we need money.
Solving crime.
No.
And then he does all this shit that like at least Batman's trying to help crime, but it's like, Bruce, we really need more help. Like if we crime still happens, if we could just maybe get a little bit I know what I need to do.
He pulled a damn that's crazy. He pulled a damn that's crazy. I didn't know.
And then Batman gets drunk. He's at the bar, the superhero party, right? Mm-hmm. He sees the Flash, acts up, gets into a fight with the Flash, steals the Speed Force. And then at another party, he's at the bar, niggas is getting all crazy, and he robs the Green Lantern of his jewelry and becomes the Green Lantern. Who is this nigga, bro? Like
50 Cent. That's who that is.
Like, and niggas compare you to Superman. Like, This nigga's a rich asshole. Damn, that's
Can
really
you imagine
accurate.
50 Cent just like
50.
two-piecing you?
Wait, how
Like
about
Prime
this?
50?
This is the
just
next
like
Batman movie.
in a cape and
Batman
cowl.
does acid and just
I could
starts
see
fighting crime, but by beating niggas with bags of money, and then and then it gets into a whole thing where people start committing crime, hoping the Batman will show up
Oh,
and
like
throw
Scrooge
money at them.
McDuck in it. Yeah, I would do it too. I would do it too.
They're like,
Listen.
I'm just gonna write my name on this wall with this paint can, hope nobody comes and tries to beat me up with a bag of my tax return.
Like,
Oh
could
my
you imagine
God.
your boy coming up
Can
to
you imagine?
with a black eye?
Can you
Just imagine somebody
like
coming up to you
literally
with a black
imagine?
eye, like, yo, bro, you can't believe it. I was down bad. My
You're
rent
just
was
counting
due.
stacks.
I was down bad. My rent was due, and I decided to hold up this liquor store, bro. And I'm holding up the liquor store. I shot the Chinese nigga. He ducked. He ran. I'm emptying out the register. Batman shows up. I'm weak, bro. I'm about to get my ass whooped. This nigga pulls out 3 bands and just smacks me in the mouth with it and walks away.
That could be effective. That could be effective in crime fighting. Like, what if?
Yeah,
What if?
because I'm gonna put the
like,
money back in the register after that. If you leave the
Like,
three
I'm gonna
back,
like
put it back.
yeah, like a few, like even like a couple thousand is gonna hurt in your face. It's
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like so. After you get over the shock, then you see the couple bands and you go, you know what?
I
I'll
can
just
pay
pay my
that
rent.
How would you feel if somebody
I'll
like
just- Yeah,
What-
it's
how
like
would you
I'll
feel
pay
if
that
a complete
Verizon bill.
stranger-
I'll pay that Sprint bill, that Cricket bill. That's
How would you
like
feel if a
racked up.
complete stranger smacked you in the face with like 10 bands? Like you were like out with your kids and somebody took a sack, smacked you in the face with it hard as fuck. And this is 10 bands in like 20s. So this is a lot of money. And they just fucking rock you with it. They run away and you got your eye fucked up, but you find out it's 10 bands. How you feel?
I'm gonna get over that pain. I'm gonna.
I think I am
If I don't
too,
lose a
bro.
tooth, I think I'll be good. If it's
Um,
just a black eye,
I think I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
take
over
one of
that
those
fast.
one of those 20s and buy some cold peas.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
I've got a lot of black eyes for free. I've gotten them for free, bro. I've gotten my
Same.
lumps for nothing.
I paid
it was a discount.
I've-
I've paid
I've-
for the beating.
I paid to get black eyes.
Yeah. It's happened.
I've met you niggas by us paying to get black eyes.
Oh no. I've had to pay summons bills and shit. Like, no, let's
Oh.
let's not anymore. We need to keep that away. No, I don't know, man. This is officially the Batman episode. This is the longest we've ever talked about one topic
Oh, we can talk
besides
about Fast and the
masturbating.
Furious.
So, have we found our niche? Semen and Batman.
Because
Wait, why?
I was
Fast
watching
and the Fu- that
Fast and
sounds
the
like
Furious
acid.
as I was coming out of Fast and the Furious 9 as I was coming down from the acid, and I was like,
Your acid trip.
this movie, I get the appeal now. It's like the way it's made. It's like anytime any character is talking, you either want to be them, fuck
get it,
them,
too.
or be fucked by them. Doesn't matter who, or watch two characters fuck who are talking. Just no matter
Yeah.
as from the male brain.
Wait. Are you wanting to fuck? Damn, why did I just
Vin
forget
Diesel?
his stupid fucking name?
Vin Diesel.
Who's it? Not
John
Vin
Cena?
Diesel. Who's the
Paul
rapper
Walker?
that's on?
Tyrese?
No,
Tyrese and Ludacris.
not Ludacris. Do you want to fuck? No, everyone wants to fuck Tyrese. Do you want to fuck Ludacris?
Let's double back. Everyone wants to fuck Tyrese.
Wait, which version are you fucking? No, everyone wants to fuck Tyrese. Who doesn't, bro? He was a model. He's beautiful. I don't know what he does. Even the meme about him is amazing and tragic at the same time.
Congratulations.
And I know it's a sad moment in that poor man's life,
Yeah.
but-
OD.
but the way the internet has been able to turn that around and just go,
I mean, they turned it around for us, not for him. Like, that
Not
nigga's
for
still
him.
miserable.
he sees it every time and then thinks about his
Yeah.
kids.
But it was so
Like,
funny because I only
"Ugh."
watched
that's the moment
I
I
only
broke
watched
on
Fast
the
and the
internet.
Furious 1 and 2, so seeing 9 out the blue was like, I have no idea what's going on. And it wasn't the beginning either.
Oh my god, that was a giant leap, dude. That's a giant leap. That's not even that's so like Joey, have you watched the Fast and Furious recently, or where'd you stop at?
No,
I feel like
I've seen 1 and 2. You know,
Okay.
pieces of
So-
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift is the number one in the entire franchise. Can we just put that on the record? Like anyone who says no
If you say so.
hasn't watched it. But yeah, no, that's a giant leap because it goes from like just being a bunch of car thieves to like them jumping out of like airplanes and The Rock like punching a bear and everyone drinking Coronas and it's so ridiculous. Like they're full on
It is like
like
meme
superheroes
machismo.
at this
And it was so
point.
funny because
Like
him and
I don't
John
know
Cena,
one human.
Vin Diesel and John Cena are brothers in the franchise, and I had no idea. I'm like, they're two different races. Like, why are they brothers? Or is Vin Diesel Hispanic? I don't even know. Vin Diesel might be white for all I know.
I don't
No,
think so.
Vin Diesel is white.
It's so
Right.
funny because Vin Diesel is wearing
I think he's mixed.
lugs
actually.
the entire series. The entire movie, he's wearing Wrangler jeans and lugs and no sleeves.
Wait, he's
They're
wearing
definitely
lugs?
not Tim's. They're just a stock boot.
Yo, I was
Lugs?
talking about lugs to someone. Yo, someone said like lugs are like the Skechers of boots
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
in the
who
hood.
doesn't know that?
In the hood.
They still sell
Like,
lugs.
Who doesn't know that? Except for that one like moment in time when DMX was wearing lugs everywhere, and then you almost bought into it, and then you're like, nah, I need my butters.
I think the last time I saw lugs was like 4 years ago at a Marshalls.
Need my butters. That's where they belong.
Yeah.
Those goofy ass fucking Mickey Mouse fucking boots. The shit looked really rounded like a Mickey Mouse shoe. Tell me it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Vin Diesel was kicking ass in those boys.
Do you guys remember when DMX was
I
pushing
don't
this
think
shit
it was DMX.
hard?
I think it was Funkmaster Flex.
When
I don't
DMX
remember
was
him
pushing this
pushing
hard?
it, but I can picture him wearing them.
No, it was DMX because I remember it was during WWF matches that they would talk about this episode is brought to you by lugs, and it'd be like DMX like hitting the ropes, and I promise you, you know what? I don't even
Honestly, technically, so if you were black and bald, you were sponsored and did commercials for lugs because I know.
Okay, how many black and bald people were
Baby
around?
did it. Baby, like Cash Money, Birdman, and Funkmaster Flex, I think, also did stuff with lugs as well. They were like, "Yo, you black and you bald? These are the boots for you. Black ball boots. Boots for the black ball boots."
The triple B. That's you know what? You got it. They got all kinds of. They're still around, bro. They're just being sold at Kohl's.
Boots.
Birdman comes up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez in lugs. That's a good company to be in, if you ask me.
I don't think
Birdman,
DMX was on that campaign.
Maybe there's
Birdman
any,
just doing these. Maybe it's a fever dream I had.
Maybe I want to see if there's any cool lugs. Like
there really
cool
is.
If you got
not.
style, my friend.
There is nothing. No, I think I might have made that whole thing up. Maybe you know what? I just gave everybody a free commercial idea, so you guys take that
lugs,
with
if you want to resurrect DMX
and pack
with
it
some
away.
necromancy for your ad campaigns.
Nah. Yo, I'm looking at some lugs that I could dead see some of these young girls out here wearing because they look awful. I'm like, yeah, y'all would wear this.
Listen, clothes aren't even real. All right, everyone was wearing those dad
Gen
Nikes
Z.
last year. All right, you remember that trend? The Skechers, Comethazine brought Skechers back.
What dad Nike? Nope.
Skechers back for who?
You remember last year? All those girls wearing the big ass dad sneakers. I think Kanye brought that back, and then
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like the Fila's
Easy
with
Boost?
like the super big like platforms.
Fila had a
and shit?
style, but like
Yeah, I'm looking at some lugs that look a little bit like
Fila
that.
had the style, but people were just rocking the tastemakers of Instagram. I think Kanye might have been the first, or like up there, up in the top 10. The tastemakers of Instagram started wearing like the Walmart dad Nikes or the Nike, not Nike Airs, the Nike Monarchs. There you go. The Nike Monarchs and their fits, and they got really popular for like 2 years.
I want to be
Oh
called
my god! Yeah,
the
the
Monarchs. Everyone's had a Monarch.
The dad.
And then Balenciaga made
Those are
their
the
own
real
sneaker
dad
that looked like
Nikes.
the Monarch.
I've had a Monarch.
Yeah, that
And
looked
niggas
just
still
like
got the
it.
ugly ass Robotnik looking
It's fucking
Balenciaga.
ridiculous.
Listen, I don't understand it.
But like I'm seeing
Robotnik.
some of these lugs that look just like it's like this lugs dot women's. I'm on Kohl's.com now.
I dare any of
Lugs.women's
our
walking
listeners
shoes.
Use
to
that
go
Kohl's
out.
cash.
It looks like.
Does anyone understand? Hold on.
Find a pair of lugs and buy them and write.
Does
National
anyone
Lug Month.
know how that stuff works?
What stuff?
How what stuff works?
I have no idea. I'm gonna ask you. Somebody's messaged me something in the middle of this, and it just completely interrupted what I was thinking. Because it was about what I was talking about before. So, ladies and gentlemen, we might have some cool news soon. So we'll talk about that in another episode. But what were we talking about?
Lugs.
Cardona, I dare you to go out and buy Joni a pair
That's
of
it?
lugs.
Damn lugs.
Oh, Fast and the Furious.
I should buy lugs, right? For the pod. But I like, you know what? I might bring lugs to sponsor us on an episode or something like that. This episode's been sponsored to you by lugs, and then we have a hologram of DMX.
Or we have to talk just like that.
You know, like elbow
You have to
dropping
literally
somebody.
just talk with his deep voice
Who
for
do
the
you
whole
guys vote
episode
for?
because Lug sponsors us for some reason.
I'll do it for him. My dogs. Where
Now I have to go back and watch all the Fast and the
That's
Furiouses now
that's a bad
because
DMX.
9 was so crazy. I literally don't know the plot at all. I have no idea why. There was just things exploding. There were
You really want
magnets
to know
coming
how
out
they
the
got there.
cars, and the magnets. You turn the magnet on, and it would suck everything in the city toward. They destroyed like half of London in that movie, and I don't know why.
Oh my!
Like I have no like destroyed all of London.
That's the crazy thing about those things.
And they were even killing cops. Like there was a point where like cops were chasing down, like they were chasing somebody, cops were chasing them, and then there was a point where like they had some magnets in the car, and you turn the magnets up, and it like took the wires from the like electricity, electrical wires, and like pulled it down so it tripped the cop cars, and it flipped like 15 cop cars, and then this is like 8 minutes before the ending.
It tripped the cop cars.
So then all these cop cars are flying. This is like 8 minutes prior.
It
They
tripped.
tripped them. They flipped them all up because they tripped them on all these wires. So this is like 8 minutes before the ending. So then the end comes, they defeat the enemy, whatever, and then they go back to barbecuing.
Am I
Just
drunk?
go back to barbecuing. And like I'm like, where like you just killed a bunch of cops.
Yo, they're always on the grill.
I have
at
no
the
idea
end
what
of the
happened.
Bro, there's like superheroes on this can. And we're talking about this shit. So like this is a little too trippy for me. No, man. How the fuck do you trip a car? Like how, like just cable, like just really thick.
Yeah, it's like the electrical
cable. Like do you just like who has that on hand, bro?
It was like they had
The electrical
had
wire, bro. Like none of
magnets.
that
So it
makes
wasn't
sense.
wire. It was
You know when once they strap parachutes onto a car, I'm done. Once I saw that, I was like, you know what? Maybe this ain't for me anymore. But I respect
But
it.
yeah, they destroyed like half the city and in pursuit of these villains who, again, I have no idea what their goals or objective was. It was some kind of thing. I don't know. I don't get it. And then it ended, and there was like an after the credit scene where Jason Statham was just beating up some dude, and I don't know why. That was supposed to allude to something in the F10.
Yeah.
But I need to go back and rewatch them all, probably on acid, or at least coming down from acid, because that shit was hysterical. Also, I don't think John Cena's jaw is real. I think he's got jaw implants, chin implants specifically, because he looks crazy in those movies.
He doesn't. He's always had that jaw, bro. He's always had that
It's
jaw.
definitely leveled up.
I've been following him since like, I was a little kid. Listen, can we talk about something about John Cena? And I haven't talked about it on this podcast yet, but I am going to talk about it. Peacemaker. Have you guys got to watch Peacemaker at all? It went through the whole season.
I have not, but I heard great things.
Sasha, you got my account. You should be watching this as homework at this point because it's fucking gold. It's literally fucking gold. There's a point in when he just starts talking shit about Aquaman and calling him a fish fucker, and it's just there's nothing better. Like literally, there's one scene where he's rattling through celebrity names Yeah, John Cena's the star. He's playing Peacemaker, which is a role that he's reprising from the Suicide Squad that was redone with James Gunn.
Okay.
Okay, with the so it was really really well done. John Cena plays him, and he like gives a lot of levity to it, and gives it just like this over the top kind of like fucking film, like a very different type of like DC universe going along with the Batman. With one's like very grounded, the other one's just like fucking weird and crazy. So yeah, that's another one you need to watch. That is like just the intro alone. Chef's kiss. Just the intro alone.
I'm gonna go leave to the fans. Leave us the comments. Send us some messages. Do you think John Cena's chin is real? I think it's a Botox injection. There's no way. That chin has grown. That chin is like it's like a rock now. It's got a normal chin.
What do you mean it's grown? He's not the
You can grow a
crimson
chin.
chin.
You can have Botox injected in there and filler.
Have you done that?
I mean, I'm
Are you
about to.
telling
I have
us
a very
now?
tiny chin. That's why I have this beard.
I respect that because that's exactly why I have my beard, because I have no definition. No definition. It is just soft. It is so baby-like and ladylike that I can't do it. Can't do it. It's not a look for me. I did the mustache. That was all right. But I'm not gonna just expose myself anymore like that. I think that hurts too much. Ladies, you guys, you have makeup.
So we're gonna get tandem
I have
chin
my beard.
injections.
Let me live. Oh hell yeah! What if I could like rock like the baby face, like just clean shaven, but the crazy jawline like Cena? Like I think I would do that. Wait, can we record that?
For
You think it
content,
would be
tandem
fine?
chin implants.
Can we put that on YouTube? Hell yeah! Like I want to do our tandem vasectomies. But we don't have to like be in the same room. Like we can just do it on the same day. Same room, just foot to foot. And the doctor is just between us. Like we just form a diamond and he's just like
Are we gonna interlock our toes?
it's like our feet touching and the doctor's just moving around. We could, but I don't think our wait, do you get knocked out completely for that shit, or do you go like Twilight? Because I don't think I'll interlock my toes with anybody if I have to.
You don't get knocked out at all for a vasectomy.
You're not knocked out at all.
It's same day procedure, buddy. That's an
I'm gonna be the doctor. I'm gonna be the doctor.
No, please. Those hands are for beat making, not for snipping my testicles. Like
a vasectomy can't hurt that much.
Like, what if vasectomies did have to do something similar to a kiss?
I feel like vasectomies can't hurt that much.
I was gonna say, what if I don't know, man. I think they're gonna suck no matter what. But what if vasectomies were a lot more akin to castration? I mean, would you do it?
I don't know
just to make sure.
Is. I don't know. I've never experienced one. So
no. That's the cutting off of balls. Like that's like no. I don't want.
It's not just like a tube being, like being cut off and not being in use. It's your entire testicles are removed and then sewn back up into a nice neat little seam. So you're just dick. Like
I mean, pants would fit better.
You're just dick.
They would though, but I had, as a person who has a more than generous ball cleavage, I do respect that because I don't like shift them to a certain place. Like they gotta you ride your pants up and you run the chance of just catching yourself, bro. That shit is.
If I had no balls, I would start
sitting on a nut. Is possibly one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
Like all the time. I had no weaknesses.
That logic.
I have no weaknesses.
But you could get punched in the dick still. You don't get hit in the dick.
You have a hard cock and punch in the cock.
Wait, Do you have experience being directly punched in the dick?
Not in a fight, but like definitely I've been punched in the dick.
I could bludgeon somebody with a hard cock. I can bludgeon. Wait, what? You've been punched with a dick? Did you just say that?
No, he said he's definitely been punched in the dick.
Oh, okay. I thought this was going somewhere else. I was like, wait, that's not a fight, buddy. That's, I'm sorry to tell you that wasn't just some straight male activity. And then my good old friend Bob just pulled out his dick and punched me in the face. Boys will be boys.
Speaking of, I had a question for you guys because I feel like TikTok's let me down on this one. I had asked TikTok to made a video and I said, stitch this video and tell me, for the straight men, tell me about the time you thought you were gay. Because I know most dudes had a period of time, at least 1 minute of their life where they're like, am I gay? Because mine was in third grade. I was in third grade and I just couldn't talk to girls. Yeah, I just could not talk to girls. And I was like, maybe I'm gay. Obviously, that's not what that means. But like in third grade, I was like, well, I can't talk to girls and it's really easy to talk to guys. So maybe I'm a freaking homo. But I feel like every guy had that moment, but like no one's stitching me and they let me down. So like, did you guys have that moment where you thought you were gay, even if it was like a second?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. For me, at least, when you look at a dude, like another man, and go, wow, I like him a lot. Like when you really like just notice that person and like their whole vibe, like damn. And then you go, wow, they're kind of nice. They're easy on the eyes, right? You admire them, and then you just go, do I want to fuck him? And the answer ends up being no, but I do think about it, and then I go, man, like I've thought about it with you, Sasha. I've seen. I look at you, your pretty little jawline, and your ample chest, and I go, do I? No, he's just my best friend. Like I just love him. That's what it is. I respect him and admire him.
So who was the first guy?
Not because I want to put my penis inside him. That's all it is. That's a good one. There was this kid called Sonny in when we were in elementary, and he was really cool. He had all like the best cool things. Like, like I grew up like, like not all that well off with my family. So like he had a computer, he had a printer, he knew he knew the times table, he had cool hair, he always had like some kind of cool shirt. So like I was like, man, this dude's like fucking sick. Like I want to be his best friend. And like I couldn't get in the inner circle because he thought I was kind of lame. And this is dude, this is a podcast exclusive. I've never told any human in my life about this except for maybe my wife. But yeah, like it was like this thing where I'd be like, damn, he's so cool and I can't be like his friend. And then you go like for a second, like, do I like boys? Am I like into him? And then you go, no, it's because he's cool and I'm not that cool. That whole vibe about men want to be him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, did my video just chunk out? Yeah, I think somebody's trying to like message me. Let's find out. It's about that thing. It's catching some steam. Listen, boys, I think episode 100 is going to be very spicy. Very nice.
What about you, Joey?
Very nice. I want to shout out some people.
I need to hear Joey's gay story first.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I actually don't have one.
His whole life.
I have not. I never experienced that.
You can't touch Joey's metal. I knew it.
He's like, we don't do that here, cuz. We don't do that. We don't do that around here.
I mean, I've always like. I think it's important.
You like women
and exploring your mind and asking yourself, like, okay, do I find any? You have to like look at things and be like, do I find this attractive? No, not at all. Like,
yeah,
you gotta do the checks, but the check only has to come up like one time, and you're like, yo, do I? No, I'm really not feeling this. So there was never a time where I was
really feeling straight mo, because third, fourth grade, no, maybe like third, fourth, fifth grade, every dude around me, because we're in New York, where it's super hypersexual, every dude around me was good with girls. Like 9 out of 10 dudes was like, bagging,
Mhm.
and I was just not getting it together. I couldn't even talk to girls. I would not shit my pants, literally, but almost. And I was like, I must be gay or some shit because
Right.
there's no way these niggas.
I
kinda
can
like this and I
remember
don't.
one more time that I confused coolness with being attracted to somebody. There was a friend of mine. Shout out Nadir, you beautiful bitch. I was jealous of him. But I was also enamored with him. Like his
Mhm.
whole vibe, right? He was the first person that had the Game Boy VR. You guys remember
Yeah.
that shit? That like red goggle kind of Oculus looking thing. Okay. So he was the first person that had it. And I was like,
Wow.
why is he so cool? Why does he have anything I want? And his parents were cool. And then we hit middle school and he was way more punk than anyone else had ever been. Like he just found like literally just went down the New York like hardcore punk like vibe at like 12, 13 and was like so much ahead of like while I was like still catching up with like Slipknot and be like, this is really cool. He was like, oh, well, but you never heard of Bad Brains. like at like 12 and 13. So I was like, fucking shit. I hate him and I love him. I want to kiss him. What happened? But I didn't. I was just like literally like I thought he was really cool, and it happens. Like sometimes for me, it's just like when you just exude that charisma. I'm just like, am I into the charisma?
You sound like a sugar
or am
baby.
I into
You're
the
into
person?
dudes with the games and the technology. I feel like you just
That's
want
a
to fuck
tricky
dudes
one.
for their tech and their money.
Mm.
That's just why you want to fuck Batman, dude.
I want to be
For
taken
their
care of,
computers.
bro. I want to be taken care of. Yeah, no,
You
it's a,
want to be taken care of.
are you not going to tell me that you wouldn't fall in love with Bruce Wayne with those baby blues and that like fucking broad ass chest and muscles and rippling scars too? And he just tells you like, my life is really shitty, even though I live in this amazing castle and I've never want for anything, but my parents are dead. I would still fuck
I'm not
Bruce
into
Wayne.
emo boys, bro.
Wait, question is, do you fuck Bruce Wayne with the? You're not. Nah, man, I'm an emo boy, so I'm into myself. What if Batman had the helmet, the mask? Would you, Bruce Wayne? Would you fuck with or without? Or if you got to wear it, that could be a
The
dynamic.
ears kind of turned me off, bro. I think I'd go soft with the pointy
Would you
bat
wear
ears. I think I couldn't do it.
No, it's like a gimp mask, bro. It's like a full on gimp mask. Like, just like get into it. Like, it's okay. Just use his face. No, I'm sorry, I can't even say it.
You know what's funny?
He's got a hole right there in the helmet.
There's a guy on TikTok who
there's a
literally
reason
he has
for
like a
that.
3D printer and he makes like pretty much replicas of like every superhero mask. So we can ask him these questions and see if who he's fucked with the Iron Man mask and the Batman mask and see which one works best for fucking, whether you're fucking the person or fucking with it on.
Ooh. That would be interesting, right? Like that would I'm sure people in certain civil service, police officers, firefighters, are no more heroes. They have definitely had sex in those outfits. So why wouldn't Iron Man like stroke somebody down with just the helmet on, or oh shit, there's so many possibilities. What if Iron Man could just propel himself just enough to fuck you in the air?
Dude, speaking of mask, you know what I always wonder? You know that scene in Spider-Man? No, you know that.
Just let that one slide.
Let that one go.
You know what I always wondered? That scene in
fine.
you know that
It was
iconic
good,
scene where
goddamn.
Spider-Man's hanging upside
It's
down
good.
and Mary Jane pulls the Max down to kiss him? I always wonder, would she
Sure.
have stopped if he was black?
Yeah. Nah, she wouldn't have. At that point, bro.
I mean,
she
come on,
just
that was like
wanted
2001,
spider
dude.
dick. But also, does he sound like a black person? Does Tobey Maguire even like could you like pull down the mask and go, oh shit? Like, I think it would be jarring just because the voice that Tobey Maguire produces,
Nah, man, it's the same as
isn't
Jaleel White.
anything akin to any black man I've ever heard of.
Jaleel White could have been
You think so?
Spider-Man.
Nah, there's
until he drops an N-word, and then he's like, nah, it's okay. Like,
Not when Jaleel White as Stefan
yo,
was smooth, very
the Jaleel
smooth.
White
So
voice was still geeky before Stefan. He just had the suits.
That's
and
not
the
a bad
words,
idea.
but he was still like if you just take the tone, the octave, it's still very geeky. It's still a little nasally.
oh,
So if you just heard that coming out of Spider-Man's mask, you'd be like, I don't know.
look at you hating on another black man. Thank you. You sure? I think
I've watched Jaleel White
taking
in
down
other shows.
another black man. You have slandered so many black men on this podcast, and it begs me to think that if you are yourself not Ben Shapiro, take off that damn mask. It didn't happen, but
I could slander the Negro individual.
Entire 67 episodes, and we find out. Yeah. Okay, listen. Your hate from Michael B. Jordan, it has been noticed, and people have joined on you. It's enough. Listen, you leave Jaleel White alone. He had to go through so many different troubles as an actor. He was Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog, and we turned our backs on him.
Yeah, but he has that nasally voice. I'm just saying, if you pulled down the mask,
Sonic.
First of all, you're the one who was saying that like Tobey Maguire's voice is too geeky to be not white. Jaleel's got the geeky voice, dude.
No, it's not. It's not about it being too.
It's
geeky.
not about geeky. It's not about geeky. There's a certain tonality.
It just doesn't sound like it could be.
No. It's
you
just a
close your
tonality.
eyes and heard someone who. If you would close your eyes and
Release
heard someone,
what shackles, brother? You like.
I'm just saying, if I had my eyes closed and Jaleel White was talking to me, I would not 100% assume it was a black person. I don't think there's a if Mary Jane pulls the mask off and she hears Spider-Man talk, she pulls the mask off, she sees Negro. I think she's gonna run from the Negro face, but not the voice. I don't think the voice is gonna give away that this is a white man. Jaleel White, play the next Spider-Man. Man. Play the next Miles Morales.
I think she would have saw those nice kissable lips.
I think that Mary Jane would have. She wouldn't. I don't think she would have ran because he had already finessed it. Like it wasn't even about the looks. In fact, I would think that Mary Jane pull the mask down, see some beautiful black skin, and she bites on that lip, and in her mind thinks to herself, I'm finally going to do it.
Oh yeah,
fuck a black guy.
Here's something that my brain goes
true
to.
What they say.
Here's where my brain goes, and we're going to end on this because this is a good note. But why did no one? Why has it never been a thing that Spider-Man's penis has shown up in that skin tight suit?
Well, we have the same brain.
You know what I'm saying? Like he sees Mary Jane, and he gets that kiss. And, like, come on, it's the kiss he's always wanted from the one. Like even just like she brushes her ass against him. Why is his dick not like like all there? So here's where my thought process goes. So if it is a well-endowed black man, she might know already with that hint. Because she would have seen the mark. Because Tobey Maguire was not packing, but obviously Donald Glover is, and Jaleel White. Because there's no way, no reality that those two men don't have at least a nice size.
And we'll end it with if Mary Jane. So I think the conclusion is if Mary Jane pulls the mask down, sees a black face, she kisses him, but then also grabs his cock and whispers, "I want to know what else is hung upside down."
The fetishization of black skin. Let's go. Like that's what we're gonna end on. It has been a pleasure with this National Meat Treasure Batman heavily influenced episode. I don't care if you didn't want to hear all this. I don't care if you did. You listened to. No, I do. But I want to say that we release episodes every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Remember to subscribe, click that bell for notifications. Make sure to support us in any way you can. Go through our National Meat Treasure merchandise, which you can get yourself some sweet merch like some other people have. I'm not going to tell you how many. It might be in the millions. It might be 2. It might be 5. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you. But I'm kicking this off to Sasha.
Follow me on TikTok at thin.cruel.lips. Tell us your gay moment as a kid.
It's a delay.
Follow me on Instagram at thin.cruel.lips. Do I have any announcements? Nah, nothing too cool. We're going to step out tonight, go to the club in Houston, see what's up in the nightlife. Follow the National Meat Treasure at National Meat Treasure on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share all the clips right now. In fact, share one clip right now. Just on your story right
Please.
this second. Please and thank you. Love you. Bye.
That's your action item. That's your action item.
And follow our playlist on Spotify. It's called National Meat Treasure. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Saint Thrilla. And hit me up. Talk to me. Talk to us.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need more of you guys. I love that you guys are reaching out. We're gonna get to a point where we're gonna be in front of you one day. So like, start the seed now.
Also,
Start it now. But anyway, this has been the National Meat Treasure and